dried him up in a towel, and handed him to me for the next many hours.
They are the voiceless victims of Hurricane Katrina, but these animals are finally getting a new place to call home. Thousands of cats, dogs, and other pets were left behind when the hurricane hit the Gulf.
But animal shelters around the country are reaching out to help them. In tonight's Extra, we take you inside the Minnesota operation to save dozens of animals in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. Here's KARE 11's Brad Woodard.
Attention, attention, attention. Citizens of New Orleans, we're here to help you.
It was and is a disaster on both human and non-human levels. And to acknowledge one is not to trivialize the other.
Okay, I don't want to be separate with my dog.
You know, even if people don't have a soft spot for animals, they need to look at the human cost of that. There were people who refused to leave with their pets because they couldn't take them with them.
You love your dogs, right, ma'am?
They become part of our soul, I'll tell you. They do. They are such innocent, such wonderful creatures, and they depend totally on us. And you just can never underestimate that bond.
That bond severed, the images of abandonment are haunting, and weeks after the fact, the voiceless victims of Katrina continue to roam the streets and buildings of New Orleans.
There you go, kid.
Prompting a huge rescue effort with thousands of volunteers from around the country converging on the storm-ravaged region to rescue those left to fend for themselves.
Oh my gosh, look at the kids!
Among those taking part in the effort,
He's got burns on his feet, I guess.
Yeah, he's from
Oh yeah.
toxic waste.
volunteers from the Animal Ark shelter in Hastings, which has rescued 60 dogs and cats to date.
They tend to be real jumpy around new noises or anything. I think, you know, who knows what they've been through. I think they've just been through hell and back.
1.3 million people lived in the greater New Orleans area, half of them with now companionless companion animals. Their rescue described by one person as the greatest animal relocation effort since Noah built the Ark.
They came in last night with some terrible burns. If you can see, they don't have any fur, or very little fur. Poor things are very traumatized.
Animal Ark is now making twice-weekly trips to a primitive camp of sorts in Tylertown, Mississippi.
And this is Ellis Island.
Dubbed Ellis Island because it's the first stop for animals rescued from New Orleans and surrounding areas.
This is a rescue. His mama died trying to save him.
We found her in St. Bernard Parish yesterday.
Okay.
She was in a neighborhood that was completely flooded up beyond the roof line.
The surviving animals are visibly shell-shocked and exhausted. So are the humans trying to help them.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, just thank you very much for letting us take part in this. It was life-changing.
Forever changed by what they've seen.
They'd been chained to trees. They had no chance of surviving when the water came up. Going into people's homes and finding the dead animals again and again and again. It's something you just don't get over.
They turned into pack creatures, and pack mentality took over, and they were killing each other off. We had a dog in there that, just a little baby, the dogs had gotten to her, chewed her leg off, and the other one was broken.
The sheriff escort that took us in, he said they're shooting them.
How do you feel about that?
I just horrified. He said, well, they're starving, and they're forming packs.
They're also saying that any dog that displays any sign of aggression is just to be shot. But you know what? These dogs are scared out of their minds, and we don't really know what the animals have been through other than to know that their entire world has been taken away from them. They've been forced to swim in toxic sludge for weeks, and they've had to resort to cannibalism to try to survive. We've just abandoned them completely. We've treated them as though they're disposable and that they're not important.
It is an animal tragedy running the full gamut of human emotions, from sorrow to occasional joy. When 76-year-old Craig Peel was forced to evacuate New Orleans, he feared he would never see his dog again. The two were recently reunited in Washington, D.C.
That dog was his only family. And now knowing that he's been reunited with his dog and seeing the video clip of him getting the dog back is just, it's really touching.
People say, well, they're animals. Yes, they are animals, but I will tell you this. Love is love, no matter where you find it. And the love that we give and get from our animals can never be underestimated. It's one of the most important bonds in life.
Brad Woodard, KARE 11 News.
Egan-based Miller Manufacturing donated more than $100,000 worth of equipment to Animal Ark for the transport and care of Katrina's rescued animals. Animal Ark is one of many organizations locally and nationally helping rescue animals left behind after the hurricanes. If you would like more information, just log on to care11.com and click on featured links.